Greetings, fellow magical wanderers. Welcome back. So today is a general message for the collective, specifically for those who are in financial power, who have money, who have power in that money, because as of right now, at this time, that is what society deems as having power. This message is for you if you are in that state of existence. It's time for a reflection. It's time for you to reflect on what your true values are and if they are reflecting in the usage of your power. Are your values aligned with the usage of your power? Or are you wasting and abusing and not helping others in need because you'd rather be selfish, you'd rather be self-centered, and spend all your money on your own egoic wants and desires? I'm not saying that's bad, but everything is necessary until it's not. Money provides you the roof over your head, the food on your table, the happy, healthy, full family that has all the needs taken care of materialistically. It allows you that materialistic fulfillment. And I understand that. And I'm not saying there's anything bad with that. But when it becomes unnecessary is when you start blowing it on drugs, when you start blowing it on hurting, harming, anything else or other people. That's when it becomes unnecessary and too much for you, because you have no other idea what to use the money with other than blow it on drugs, go to the casino, waste all your money, or invest in things that harm others in the long run. Align yourself with your values. Do you feel you are a good person? Do you feel like you want to be a good person? Do you feel like you want to be here for a long time, being happy and healthy and surrounded by those who are happy, healthy, wealthy, prosperous, successful, etc.? Are you wanting to be part of these people's lives in which you are bringing that upliftment and support to? Are you wanting to be part of that planet that is thriving all together as one? Or are you wanting to just be another elite that has all the power and does nothing beneficial with it other than blowing it all on yourself? When it comes to the point, and observe this for yourself, when it comes to the point of overindulging materialistically in things that you don't genuinely need, but your ego wants, because it thinks, oh, adding this accessory to my person will make me look rich, or make me feel happier, or more whole as a person. When it gets to that point, ask yourself if you would rather that, or if you would rather take some of that money and go to your nearest shelter and help them out financially. That is quite literally praying and pleading for more assistance, because these programs and these things that are being formulated together to support those in need are becoming overpacked, because so many people are in need. And you have what that person could need that you are getting bored of, that is no longer adding anything of value to your life. So allow yourself some humility. Allow yourself to see from the other perspectives. That is true power. Coming from someone who has had a very up and down, interesting relationship with money, I have observed it as money is a state of energy. And when you have money, you are allowing that flow of financial abundance to come into your life and leave out of your life, circulating over and over again when you're really practicing that financial energy flow. When you are giving just as much as you are receiving. That is what I see as true success, especially dealing with money. Now, when it's out of flow and when it is blocked is when you are only receiving, but you are not giving back. You are just keeping it all for yourself. Or you are not sure how to receive, or you are not receiving for some reason, and you are giving all your energy away. So there's not much replenishment coming back into you because you're just giving it all away, which is, that's necessary until it's not as well. Because we recognize that we are full of abundance already. But this mysterious energy, which is money, has a way of creating its whole own dimensional understanding of itself. And it makes it seem as though when you don't have money, you can't come from that abundance internal space. That's not true. Innately, that's not true. But this money and how it's been programmed makes that true for a lot of people. And they start to believe that because they are told that by the people who have a lot of it. And people look up to those who have a lot of material and financial wealth. And that is a long lineage of programming. And we're not looking to heal that all today. It just starts with the baby steps, moving forward. How and what and why and where and when are you investing your power in a genuine, aligned way, according to your values, according to who and what you genuinely desire to be on this planet? Do you desire to be of a supportive force, or do you desire to just live in your own bubble and not share it? People have their own choice. I'm not judging. What I'm just simply saying is there's a shelter down your street that could really use some of that money right now. Or perhaps if you go to the store, buy a couple blankets, buy a couple pairs of socks, buy a couple sweaters, or tank tops, shorts, or if that clinic receives food, get a few cans of food if you can afford so, and bring it to the shelter. It's not that hard, and it will fulfill your heart in a way that will make you hungry to do more of that. That is feeding true hunger, is being a good person, generous with your resources, generous in sharing who you are, and it reflecting what you are doing with who you are. Just be a good person. Especially if you have money, invest wisely. Continue that flow circulating for yourself. Receive, give out, ebb and flow. But remember, everything is necessary until it is not. Material items are fleeting, constantly coming and going. You are allowed, if you allow yourself, to release some of the material items that are no longer serving you in your life. And when I am speaking to this group that is having money, I'm even speaking to the middle class. as far as they've made it like that. The three categories: you're either poor, below poverty, you're above poverty, in the middle class, or you're rich. Well, now that's coming down to only two. You're either poor, or you're rich. Are you wanting to choose some kind of middle path and work with both, having this constant flow in receiving and having this constant flow of gifting out? So it's just circulating like the field of Horus, right? Yeah, I think that's the message. Just be wise and intentional with how you're sharing your energy, how you're building your energy. And if you have anything right now that you may think it's time to let go of, or, oh, I don't really need this anymore, it's not really doing anything in my life, it's just sitting in my corner all the time and I barely even look or touch at it anymore. It's just taking up space. Well, I assure you that there's someone out there in the world that will probably really appreciate that. And you can do yourself and do both of you a favor. Give what you no longer need and have that person receive what they have been wanting for perhaps a long time. People who are experiencing houselessness are in need of a lot of support right now. Actual support. Not just more low-income housing condos popping up everywhere. Actual support. And what that looks like is support from their peers. From the support of people who are in this state of power to wake up and, take a little ding in the ego. Be a little selfless. Remember your humanism and treat others how you would desire to be treated. Seemingly the golden rule in life. While also having healthy boundaries and discernment. You don't want to get yourself abused during a tough situation, but you can always be a good person. You can always be generous and loving and caring. And you can always show up in that light authentically as you all the time if you want. It's your life. You can do whatever the frick you want to do. And this message is just a suggestion. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. I speak you got what resonated, what you needed, and left what you did not. Give it away to the next. Namaste.